Hello and welcome to the Brief Life Lessons YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about the importance of men crying. I'll take a look at some of the historical context of men crying and how that has changed over time. And I'll talk about a couple of the benefits briefly of crying. So as we look back on historical times, we can see many examples of men crying, and we can see that it was largely normal and largely accepted. So, in the case of Greek mythological times, there's written texts of Zeus crying. We can look back at Roman and ancient historical times, and we can see examples of kings, rulers, armies, nations, households, all crying, all weeping out. And additionally, we can see the historical example of men crying through Jesus. We're told that Jesus wept, and he wept because he knew of the suffering that he would take on in this life. And he wept for his friends. He knew that they would also suffer and face the harsh realities of living life in this world. And that made him sad, and that brought him to tears. So we can see that it was normal and healthy and accepted for men to cry in historical times. And as we've moved forward to today, we can see that crying is generally less accepted. It's looked on as a sign of weakness, of being powerless, of being foolish and unwise. We can see that you're supposed to put on your stern face and be a macho man. You're supposed to pull yourselves up by the bootstraps and tough it out through the hard times and take life head on and not show any emotion. Just have grit and hardness and take on life that way. But I do think it's important for men to cry. I've got some of the benefits of crying listed off to the left, and I just want to talk anecdotally about two crying experiences that have deeply shaped me. So the first one that comes to mind is I was with a group of 4 or 5 friends of mine who I'm very close friends with when we had gotten word that other people that we knew were in a car accident and that a couple of the individuals in the vehicle had passed away. Um, that obviously hit very hard and was very tragic and very sudden to hear that news. So what we did was we went into a quiet room. We played some soothing music, some soft music, and we wept together. We cried out. We didn't know why this tragic thing had happened, and we wept together for a long time, what may have been an hour and a half, just lying down, crying, and burying ourselves in tears. Um, and that was a really powerful experience for me. I know I felt better after having that experience, and I know that that experience brought all of us and our friendship much closer together. And more recently, I found myself crying due to a chronic digestive issue I've been battling. I don't really have a firm diagnosis of what's been going on, but I've been losing weight. I've been feeling lethargic and tired. And, just more recently, I was just having a bad day where I felt like that was getting the better of me. So I just cried out. I wasn't sure what was going on, and I just was not having a great day, so I cried. And I just noticed that within about 20 minutes of finishing crying, I just felt a lot better. I just felt refreshed. I felt all that anger and negativity and stress and that bottled up emotion be released. And I just felt a lot better, like I could take on the rest of the day and the upcoming week after I let out some of those emotions. So I'll leave with this quote. It says, "I know that you're a man, and I know that you think that crying makes you look weak. Oh, but I assure you that there is nothing stronger than a man who isn't afraid of his own tears, and even stronger is the man who isn't afraid for others to see them streaming down his face." So I think that's a great message, and I think that's a great way for us to frame how we feel about crying and what we think about men crying in society. Um, and I would just say that crying is a huge pro. It can let out a lot of stress and negative emotion that we often bottle up. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Leave a comment. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I shared today. And hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon to be alerted for more content. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great day.